Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator with the Rude Man. And we're going to find out if I got anything fixed. This streaming stuff's getting to be too much for me. But we'll go with it today. So I had a little bit of problems with the simulator today. At first when I logged in, it wouldn't let me go to careers. And then when I did go to careers, nothing, I had to reset stuff. So I don't know if there was an update. There might have been. I haven't really been paying attention. So alrighty. Well, let's get started. Hi, Andy. Hi, Scorp. Thought I heard a knock at the door. Scared. Andy, we're going to see if I can do anything today. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I've been having a lot of trouble lately being old, getting old. Stuff ain't working like it used to. So we're going to start a career and see if I can get going with one. It wasn't working earlier, so we'll find out. Scorp, what's on the schedule this week? Are you in the office, at home? What's happening? Matthew. How you doing, Matthew? I was going to hang out for a little bit before I start the career, because once I start the career, I got to concentrate on the game, and then I lose track of the chat, that kind of stuff. I'm hoping things worked out. I went in, everything was messed up. Streamlabs was messed up. Everything was messed up. Let me see if I can. Let me see if any of these things work. Let's see if these work. Hey, I heard a noise. Santa Cat. And Twitch is working. And YouTube's about 5 minutes behind. Holy smokes. Is YouTube always that far behind? Wow. It just came onto YouTube. Oh my God. YouTube's really slow, isn't it? By the way, I still have Christmas up. So as far as I'm concerned, it's still Christmas. At least till the first of the year. Scorpion's redeeming his Winky. Did Scorpion... Matthew says he's doing okay. I don't know if Scorpion answered me as to whether he's at work or home today. Let me see. No, I don't see that he did. Oh, no, he did. I'm in the office every day except Wednesday. You get Wednesday off? Is that a holiday? Yesterday was god awful. I woke up I didn't sleep hardly at all. And then, I don't know, about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, we get a knock on the door, and it's the post office, and it's this little girl. Although I couldn't see her, all I saw was this huge computer box. She managed to squat to set it down on the ground and was huffing and puffing like nobody's business. And I said, you should have come in, got some help. So yeah, my new PC got here early. It wasn't supposed to be here till the 15th of January. So it got here early. And if you're interested, Scorpion has seen it. New Year's is a federal day off. Well, I suppose it is. Nobody tells me nothing. Anyway, Scorpion has seen it, but man, what a story have I had on it. It's just been... Let me try to do a link and see if you can see it. It's pretty cheap, but it'll work. Let's see if that works. Let me know if that works. That should take you to Amazon. And Scorpion's seen it already, so he'll know if it's right. But anyway, that's what I got. But here's the problem. I opened it up, got everything out, all the packing. You set it up on a table, and then you have to open the computer up when you order them like this, because they've got packing material on the inside to keep everything where it's supposed to be. Scorp said it worked. So I got all the packing stuff out, and then I went through and started checking things, make sure everything's plugged in, wires aren't loose, all that kind of stuff. And after I did that, when I ordered this PC, it only has one drive in it, and it's got Windows on it. It's a 2 terabyte drive. So I didn't worry too much about it. By the way, Scorpion, the motherboard does not have an M2 on it. So that was out. I was hoping I could place one of my old drives in there, but that didn't work out. So, but I had 2 SATA 2.5-inch SSD drives. One's 2 terabyte and one's 1 terabyte. And they're completely empty. They were brand new. I was going to put them in a different computer and didn't do it. So I start off with 2 terabyte in the computer, and then 3 more terabytes. That's a total of 5 terabytes. So I put them in, installed them. I got them all wired up. Everything, as far as I was concerned, was hokey dokey, but I hadn't started the PC yet. So I buttoned everything back up again, plugged it into a brand new monitor, because the monitor went out at the same time the computer went out, which kind of led me to some idea that there was a bigger problem than I thought. And I didn't even look at that. I didn't even look at that, Scorpion, because this is where all hell broke loose. The damn thing wouldn't start. I couldn't get it to start. So, for safety, I don't work on a computer that's got a plug in the wall. So the computer was not plugged in whatsoever when I did all that work inside. So now that it's all set up and hooked up to the monitor and everything, and I want to start it for the first time, I plugged the power in. Now, you guys that are familiar with computers, there is a power supply that powers the computer. There's also a start button on the front of the computer. So you have to, if the power supply is switched off, which mine is, if I'm working on it, even if I unplug it, I still turn the power supply off, the switch off. So I walk over, I flip the switch on the power supply, I hit the button on the front of the computer, and absolutely nothing happens. Nothing happens. So I reach back in the back and I flip it, the switch to the power supply, I flip it off and on again, and it's nothing. I'm screaming like holy hell. So I opened it back up, went back through to make sure that all the things that I had done were tight and in the right positions for those 2 drives and all that kind of stuff. Hi, Dimitri. So I got all that checked out. Everything seemed to be fine except for one thing. There was a pin on the front that had to do with the front buttons. All the stuff on the front of the computer is plugged in the motherboard in one location, and that was loose a little bit. So I unplugged it, plugged it back in, and made sure it was tight. Tried it again, nothing. And I'm still screaming. Finally, Jeff comes in. What the hell's going on? And I said, blah, 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 blah. It just went ape shit. And you know, because I'd been working all morning on this damn thing. And so he said, everything's on, it's plugged in. I said, yes, come here. Look, there's the power supply, and it's on because you can see the markings on the thing, you know, how you can tell it's on. And he said, well, hell, I don't know. And he said, let me switch it off and we'll take another look. So he reached over and switched it off. And as he was doing that, I was reaching for the on button on the front of the computer. He was reaching for the back. And as I said, wait a minute, I want to test it again, he'd already hit the button off on the power supply. I hit the on button at the same time and the computer came on. The on-off switch for the power supply is backwards. So anyway, it's working now. So, and the new drives I put in, they work perfectly fine, and everything's hunky-dory. As a matter of fact, I'm watching YouTube and Twitch on it right now. They're both playing. So there you go, my experience for the day. Then it took me all day to get everything back. Since I lost my computer completely, I lost all the drives on it, so I didn't have any of my programs. So I had to set everything back up again. It took me all friggin' day into the night. It was about 1 o'clock last night before I got everything back to where I wanted it. Happy New Year, Dimitri. Happy New Year to you as well. It's coming fast for us. Another day. Is it another day? Isn't tomorrow New Year's Eve? All right, let's see if we can go into a career here and get started now that my bullshitting is out of the way. All right, so how have we been doing? Okay, well, we went from a C reputation level to almost a B, and I've got 12,000 credits. How much did I need for that next certification? I need 15, so I'm getting close. So I got to do a few more jobs here, make some money. All right, where are we at here? Washington State. Was that where I left off? All right, let's take this one to Moses Lake. It's just a short one. I'm taking a short one because I don't know if anything's working correctly. I think there was another update. It took forever to load. Shitting bull. Yeah. All righty there. We're going to fly some ferries over to Moses Lake, or as I call it, Moses Hole. I never did like Moses Lake. I knew some people from there. Matter of fact, there's a kid that worked with me at the bank. He was from Moses Lake, and he and I had exact same birth date. We were both born on the same day, same year. I don't know what time he was born, but I think he was Japanese. I'm trying to think of his name now. God, what was his name? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We weren't related, let's put it that way. Jeff Hattori. That was his name. Jeff Hattori. Hattori, that's Japanese, isn't it? By the way, if you noticed in the video, I don't have my uniform on. I went back to some casual clothing, like a bomber pilot's jacket and stuff like that. All right, let's go inside. We'll take a look at the co-pilot. She's no co-pilot. That's right, no co-pilot. This is a delivery job. Right. Correcamento. All right, let's get this thing going here.
Hey, Cap, Mary here.
Hi, Mary.
Thanks for stepping up for this ferry flight. The bird we've got to ferry back to Moses Lake Mun is this newly overhauled 172 Skyhawk.
Ah.
This aircraft's just been repaired, and the owner needs it flown back to a field near his place.
Man, there's a lot of repairing going on.
He's already waiting for it. His name's Mr. Michael Johnson.
Oh, Michael Johnson.
Safe travels.
You can call me Michael Jackson. All right. Let's announce our
901
getaway.
Whiskey Alpha Traffic Cessna November 73365 is taxiing to runway 26.
All right. Put the parking brake off. Give it a little power. We're going to our hold short area. I got a new shirt for Christmas. Total black. It is a nice dress shirt. I put it on and I disappeared completely. I disappeared. My whole body was, the green screen didn't like it because it didn't know what to focus on. It was focusing on the black chair behind me, and you notice the black chair goes away when you see it. Well, I blended into the chair and it took me out, so I was just a floating head. So I put a white shirt on instead, and it works better. All right, let's announce our getaway.
901 Whiskey Alpha Traffic Cessna November 73365 taking off runway 26 north departure.
All right, we're going to be taking off now on runway 26. Where's runway 1 through 25 in this little place? That's a good question, eh? Ah, I like this green whatcha-dinger here. Airplane, green airplane. I better slow down or I'll get dinged. It's supposed to be going like a slow walk. There's virtually no air blowing. That windsock is just completely down. Should be a good takeoff. It looks like we've got some clouds though. I don't know if you noticed that the higher level I get, the more real life weather and daytime and nighttime is coming in. So I'm tending to get into some weather now. Matthew says tomorrow is New Year's Eve. It must be. He said it twice. Must be true. Now I gotta swing it wide to make a U-turn here. U-turn here. Let's slow it down a little bit. Oh, I think I slowed it too much. All righty. Now, let me go over and turn that thing on. And then I guess we're ready to go. And she's done talking to me. I tried to talk to her again. She won't talk to me no more. Is rotation. There we go. Up and at 'em. I didn't use any flaps. They weren't necessary. Got to climb to 1,300 feet. fly to Moses Lake. Moses Lake is this little farming community, but it's there's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there. They've got a couple of farm stores, but not much else. There's only 1,000 people. I don't know what the population is now. Fly to Moses Lake. Now we've got how far to go? 34 miles. I'm gonna fly it for a little bit, and then I might just shoot right over. That's what I've been doing, because I've just been doing for credits these missions offline. I've been doing it for credits. That's how I went from 3,000 or 4,000 up to 1,200 or whatever I am. So what I've been doing is I've been taking off because I get credit for that, and then I've just been jumping all the way to where I'm supposed to go, and then landing and just taking my credits and running. But we'll fly for a little bit. You can see what Moses Lake looks like. This is Washington State, by the way. A lot of Washington looks exactly like this. There's a lot of hills and mountains in Washington State, Oregon as well, but mostly Washington's got a lot of mountains. Mount Adams, St. Helens, Rainier, a lot of mountains around this area. Consequently, we have lots of valleys, and every time you run into a valley, it looks just like this. You've got hills, barren hills all around the valley, and nothing but farmland down where it's semi-flat. It looks just like this. Andy, what's happening? Wow, that's a big house down there. If you look straight down that way, look at that place over there. Holy smokes. I had to look at the other monitor to see if the cursor shows up. YouTube just moved with the cursor. Wow. YouTube is way behind. All right, I'm gonna do something. In game. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go in the cockpit, and then I'm gonna tell you when Twitch and YouTube is in the cockpit. Ready? Here goes. I'm going in the cockpit. And now let's wait. There's Twitch in the cockpit. Holy crap. There's YouTube in the cockpit. Man, it's really delayed, isn't it? Early commute time? No! It looks like I'm gonna have to land in some weather. Oh boy, that does not look good. I'm not excited about this. Now, when you're doing these missions, just for information for anybody that's interested, and I've screwed up already. I needed to cut my engines back. That's gonna put wear and tear on the engine. They're not gonna be happy with. So I probably have been dinged already. Those blue brackets, that's the pattern. You don't have to stay in those. The only time you have to do a pattern is when you get to the other end. There'll be one spot in that pattern that says final. You have to go through that in the proper direction to get credit, and then you land. So if I was just to fly there, and as you're going around in big loops and figure eights and stuff, you don't have to do any of that. All you have to do is come down and hit that final spot and land, and you're going to be okay. Battery, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for me? Somebody's working the land pretty hard over here, because that land there is part of the hill. Wow. Good job, farmers. Man, look at that. It is actually part of the hill. And they came up here and, hey, look, it's semi-flat. Let's hit this with some farmland. Holy moly. Good job, farmers. As you can see in Washington, those round sprinkler machines are pretty popular. Woohoo! Hey girls, about ready to take those down. Can you take them down just as fast? I got a lot of work to do to get back to where I was in in Microsoft Flight Simulator in 2020. I've got thousands of hours in there, and I've got all the planes that I flew were all set up for the equipment, everything. I had everything working. Each one, I had a button on my Stream Deck for each airplane. Like when I fly this one, I've got a button that is for a Cessna 172. I just hit that button and it pops up everything that I can do in that plane as far as going inside, looking around. All of these buttons are all set up. Each one's a little different. Oh, I hit the wrong button. It put me to the end. Shoot, I didn't mean to do that. That's what I get for punching buttons. I got one button that skips to the end of the missions. So here we are. All right, where do we have to go? There's the airport.
Whiskey 20.
Okay, there's the final over there.
7 Tree 65, 1 miles west 2800. 4 inbound to
So I don't have to fly all of this stuff over here. I don't have to do that. All I have to do is head over to that final and come back through the proper way. So I need to fly on the other side of that final mark. Bring the plane down. I need to be on the other side of that and come back through it towards the airport. If I do that, I'll get full credit for the pattern. Is it raining? All right, slow it down a little. Put a flap down. Slow me down a little bit.
500.
500. Okay, that's low enough. All right, we're gonna come around. Come down a little bit more. Okay, there's the final. So I just need to come through the right way and then down to the airport. Come up a little bit.
Whiskey 20 traffic Cessna November 73365 is on final runway 16 to land.
I sure am. Let's see how I do here. Put another flap down. I don't need to, but why not? I didn't mean to hop like that. I didn't have to. It was me. I got a little paranoid at the shortness of the runway. In actuality, it wasn't all that bad, but well, we'll find out when we get a score.
Whiskey 20 traffic Cessna November 73365 is taxiing to parking.
But hey, we got down safe. It wasn't bad. Just a little hop at the end. A little more fuel here. God, there's a bus waiting for me, like I got a ton of people here. I bet that bus ain't waiting for me. Oh, you want me to fly through the bus? What? I'm just going straight to the parking spot. Don't hit the bus, though. Put the flaps back up. This pretty green plane. Okay, so the only thing I can think of is I got a little hop on the end, and I had to power up too high at the first of the flight.
I'm happy to see my bird back home. I missed it. Thanks, Captain.
That's it? Just a thank you? Let's see. Give me my score. Yeah, see my new outfit? It's kind of casual. 98% on the plane, a 63 landing. That hawk got me, but look, I still got an S. That's the highest you can get. So that's not bad. Everything else was fine. If I'd have tagged that landing, I'd have been great. Well, I still am. Sweet. How much did I make? Oh, money, money, money. Oh, almost 1,000. 730. Oh, put me up into a solid B. I need a couple more good, and maybe I'll get into the A section. I can't tell you how many missions I went where my reputation was going backwards, because it was clear up towards B, and I kept screwing up, and it would go back, and next thing you know, I was almost down to a C, and I thought, what's going on? So I started taking different kinds of what I consider to be easy ones, and I started bringing it back up. God, what a job, what a job. Okay, I'm up at 13. Let's take a look, see what we got. I don't know if you realized it, you know, for about a week when I started playing this game, I didn't realize that little yellow guy right there, that's us. That's where we're at. I just never noticed. I was always looking around, where's the next mission? I'd move the map around. I had no idea that was us. Some of these I should be flying, but I don't want to because I'm trying to keep my score high, my reputation. I'm doing very well with this plane, but some of these planes... All right, let's do this one. It looks pretty short. We'll do that one. Mr. Plumber in the kitchen with a stone brick. Is that like Clue? This is my old stomping ground. This is where I was born and raised, in the Yakima Valley. Moses Lake was, you know, in the area. In the area. All right, I guess it's waiting for me to click on the accept, isn't it? Oh, after yesterday, I'm just exhausted, so I'm kind of laid back now that I've got everything kind of running on that other PC. I still have stuff to do. There's still a couple programs that I'm struggling for. This happens a lot when you work on computers. I've had programs that I spent hundreds of dollars on to get the license for, and they don't do that anymore. Now you have to pay a monthly fee. You subscribe to a subscription, and you have to pay a monthly fee. Now I'm talking about programs like the editing programs to edit videos and those kinds of things. So I had a program I bought and paid for. It cost me hundreds of dollars. Oh, you should upgrade. You got to update. You got to upgrade. And I didn't. And I can't, because I own it. It still works. It does what I want it to do. But now that my computer's gone, I lost it completely. Now I still have my key for when I bought it, but you can't download that program anymore because they have the new AI program that does so much more for you, but it's a subscription now. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to pay for it all over again. Life sucks, man, tell you what. Oh, look at me. Aren't I the cock of the walk? Sorry, I'm tired, I told you. Man, I was stressed out yesterday. Oh, jeez. When that thing didn't work and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty savvy on computers. I've built computers my whole adult life. I built most of my own computers. So I'm not afraid of working on them, but I don't like it when stuff don't work, like when it's supposed to. I get irritated. All right, let's get inside this baby.
Hi,
Whoa.
it's Michael. I'm one of the club pilots.
I'm
Thanks
Michael.
for taking care of this ferry flight. Today's plane on our to-do list for repatriation to Hillcrest Farms is this expatriate 172 Skyhawk.
Oh, crap.
The owner just moved and she needs you to fly her aircraft to her new flight club. Her name's Lisa Plummer and she is waiting at the destination to pick it up. Treat this beauty like it's your own. See you.
Oh, crap. We're going to a farm. That means the airport, the airstrip at the other end's probably a dirt road. Oh, no. I hate those. I want to go to an airport.
Cessna November 6176 tree. Request taxi for departure to the north with Sierra. Cessna November 6176 tree taxi to and hold short of runway 27 via taxiway Charlie Cross runway 22 Charlie Bravo. Contact tower on 1 tree 25 when ready.
Okay.
Taxiing hold short runway 27 via taxiway Charlie Cross runway 22 Charlie Bravo Cessna 76 tree.
27, he says. That's what he says. All right, take the parking brake off. Give it a little power. We're heading out. I'm a casual dude now. I've never been a casual dude. Look at the pontoons on that sucker. Holy smokes. How many people can you put in that thing? I mean, it's not an airline, but it's not a Boeing 747 or 777. How big are the Boeings now? Back in the day, the 737s were the small ones, but they were the popular ones. 737s ran for a long time. They're still flying 737s. Then they went up to the 747s. That's Boeing. I never had any experience or knowledge of the Airbuses. There was always Boeings where we were from. Until they start falling out of the sky. I can't stop yawning. I need a soda. So, Andy, what do you think? Are you gonna replace the cat? I mean, like, our dog is on his last leg. He's really going downhill fast. If he starts showing pain, I'll have him put down. But we're hoping that he just goes naturally. In his sleep. Maybe he'll have a heart attack or something. I don't know. But we're not replacing him. That's the last dog we're gonna get. We're not gonna have another dog. We're getting to the age we don't want to mess with it. We don't want to, we're getting hard enough to take care of ourselves. I'm getting to where I want to turn myself into a nursing home and just give up. So I definitely don't want another dog.
Yakima Tower Cessna, November 6176 tree ready at runway.
I'll just get a leash for
27
Carol and
departure.
take her out for a walk every night.
Cessna November 6176 tree, altimeter tree 0. 29er departure to the north approved. Clear for takeoff runway 27.
Okay. Did he say... Oh, I've got the wrong... All right, hang on.
Cessna 76 tree
329.
acknowledge last transmission.
Okay, here you go. I
Clear for
acknowledge.
takeoff runway 27 Cessna 76 tree.
The barometer was wrong on the plane, according to what he stated. All right, so he wants me to go. Let's get ready here. Yeah, that was a pretty cat too. I was watching some guy that he's on his 5th or 6th cat, He says he's a cat guy. I don't know what that means. But he gets what they call a tux. Have you heard of that? A tux cat? Does that mean they look like they're dressed in a tuxedo? Because it was black, and he was saying he'll only get one that has a certain white spot on their face. He's particular with them. But he pays good money for them. I guess he can be particular. But I never heard of a tux cat. I've heard of a tabby cat. I've heard of a Siamese cat. I've heard of a nasty Friday the 13th black cat. But I never heard of a tux cat. All right, we're going to rotate at 55. I did put a flap up just for hell. I think we're in Yakima. Okay, 50, 55, rotate. We got a solid climb. I'm going to put the flap back. Initial climb, 1,600 feet.
Cessna 76 tree, continue for north departure.
I'm continuing.
Yakima Tower, Cessna, November 6176 tree, continue for north departure.
Yeah, this is my old home. This is where I was born, Yakima Valley. I don't know where Hillcrest Farms is, but we'll find out. It's only 22 miles away, so maybe I do know where Hillcrest Farms is. It sounds familiar, but I'm thinking of Farm Sim. We'll do a slow climb. We got to get up to 2,600 feet. Sean's having a thunderstorm. Okay, as soon as we get up to 2,600 feet, I'm going to cut the RPMs back. There we go. It's only 20 miles, so I'm just going to fly it. We've had a lot of rain this week. I was thinking Hillshire Farms. They're the ones that make all that sausage and pepperoni and stuff like that. Hillshire Farms. Yakima Wa. Right in this valley here. Now we're going to cross this hill and get into the other valley. This other valley is the valley I was born in. I was born in that way, Providence.
Cessna 76 tree, leaving my airspace, frequency change approved. Yakima Tower, Cessna, November 6176 tree, frequency change.
Lots of trees. Sean, where do you live? What part of the world do you live in? Because I don't want to go have a storm. If I'm traveling, I want to avoid it. Depending on where you're at, I'm not traveling very far, I'll tell you that. I'm trying to think. In my whole lifetime, I think I've only celebrated New Year's twice. in any formal way. Several times we've stayed up till midnight and, you know, said Happy New Year and good night. But we've never really went partying or anything like that. One time, I've told the story before, it was an AA dinner that had dinner and dancing. And the guys that we knew at the post office that were members of Alcoholics Anonymous. Now, Carol and I, neither one have ever drank alcohol, so, but that's why they wanted us to come, because they're all alcoholics that don't drink anymore, and so you don't drink and we don't drink anymore, and we need to sell these tickets to this dance. Could you come? You know, because we haven't sold all the tickets. And so we said, sure, we'll. So we and another couple bought 4 tickets, and we went to their dance. And it was a prime rib dinner and a live band, and good time had by all. But it was an Alcoholic Anonymous party. Now that's okay. The food and the dancing were still the same. Didn't matter. I mean, it wasn't like there was a bunch of drunks out there playing guitars and drums and stuff. "15 nautical miles, we'll be at Hillcrest Farms." I'm looking for a soda, and I've got 8 minutes to go. We're going to hit the new year, and haven't seen Lori for months now. Lori finally gave up on us. I can't stop yawning. Oh, goodness, excuse me. I can't help it. I had a hard day yesterday. That is hard. Crawling underneath desks and putting wires up and tearing computers apart. Pretty barren. We used to come up on these hills in Jeep, horseback ride, Jeeps, and dirt bikes. A lot of dirt biking in this country. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, I can't help it. I need some caffeine. I feel like Sky King. Look at my shadow from my plane. It's way in front of me, right straight in front of me, if you can see it. I can barely see it. Wow, that's weird. Where in the hell's the sun coming from? Is that accurate? I guess it is. There's the sun behind me, so my shadow would be right in front of me on the ground. There it is, way in front of me on that other hill up there. Holy smokers. Tiny little shadow. I'm being followed by a moon shadow. Moon shadow, moon shadow. Cat Stevens. I better stay up high here. I got a hill to climb. 8 miles to go. Is this place on top of a hill? Holy smokers. Uh-oh, I didn't put my other GPS on. I gotta watch where I'm going. I'm gonna end up hitting this hill if I'm not careful. I better climb. Give myself a little power here. Is this farm up on top of this hill, or is it down in a valley once we get over this hill? Who knows? Hey, I'm catching up to my shadow. That's not good. All right, 7 miles to go. A bow tie? That's funny. That there's funny. All right, we're getting close. 6 nautical miles. I better slow her down. Bring the fuel down a little bit. Down over this valley. Oh, this is going to be fun trying to find this landing strip. Look at this snaky river. I don't think that's a river. That might be, well, no, it's probably a river. They wouldn't do a canal like that. I could be wrong though. That might be a canal. It almost looks man-made. The boat's on the water down there. Where in the hell's this farm?
Whiskey Tango 01 traffic Cessna November 6 176 tree 5 miles south 3200 Ford inbound to land runway 16.
Alright, I think I'm coming in backwards. So I want to fly over that area and see if I can find the landing strip. And then I think I'm going to have to come back. All right, we're coming down into another valley. White gloves and white socks, huh? He's dressed for formal. I don't think my tux would fit me anymore. I lost too much weight. I'd have to get a new tux if I was going to wear a tuxedo. All right, so there's the airstrip, and I think it's that grass spot up ahead. Let's get over that way and see if we can see what it is. But I'm coming in backwards. Is that a dirt track down there? Or just a tractor track? Yeah, I think it's that dirt. It's that dirt right. Grass. Sorry, grass strip right there. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. MCIT service. Is this better than MS-40? Well, I don't know if it's better. It depends on how you look at it. Yeah, that's our strip right there. Okay, so we're going to come around. It depends on how you look at it. If you're looking at it from a graphical point of view, and, you know, size of program and, you know, the new photographics, then it is better. But it's got bugs. And so, you know, they're working through them. It seems like every week or every other week there's a big patch. So they're plenty aware of where the downfalls are, and they're working on them pretty hard. So yeah, I don't know. It's got more game component to it if you want to play it as a game instead of just a simulator. I actually haven't been playing that much. You know, from the last version of the game, I had thousands of hours in, but this one, I actually haven't. And I haven't been free flying. I've been mostly doing this mission stuff because it's new. A lot of people can't play the game or can't afford it, one of the two, and so I figured that people might want to see the new component, which is the career stuff. So I'm doing that. Everybody else is doing it too, though. There's a lot of people out there. There are a lot of guys that I've watched for years that are just big time flight simmers, and they're all doing this, the career stuff, just because it's new. Okay, don't go down too far. I still don't know. Oh, there, it's going off to the side. Oh boy. All right, let me throw a flap down. I think that's it right below me. Baloney. Right baloney. Oh, am I going too fast? Dang it. I didn't pay attention. I thought it was grass. I'm not even on. Oh, it's telling me I came on backwards. Really? Well, that's not right. The final was, no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm looking at it wrong. Holy smokes, why won't it let me stop? The brakes aren't working. What's going on? Oh, no, don't crash, don't crash. Why are the brakes not working? Oh, this is not right. This is going to affect my score big time. What the heck? I'm blaming it on the brakes. I wasn't going that fast. I was a little fast, I'll admit. But I didn't think I was going that fast. Yeah, landed in the wrong place. Well, I actually landed in the right place. I ended up in the wrong place. So that's going to, man, my score is going to suck on this one. Have I used a head tracker? A little bit. I've got the Tobii Eye. I've got both of them. I've got Track IR 5 and Tobii Eye. Right now I've got the Tobii Eye hooked up to it. And but there's been some issues with the Tobii Eye getting it set up correctly. So I've kind of been laying low. There's a couple guys I watched that have got it all figured out, and it's just going to take me some time to watch their videos and figure out what it is they're doing and get it set up right. See, I lost reputation on that one. Dang it. And I didn't probably make any money. Well, wait a minute. Looked like I made a little bit. Darn, that was awful. So anyway, yeah, I've got the Tobii Eye set up, and I used it a couple of times, and it was not set up right. It was, I don't know if you've used Tobii Eye before, or any of the trackers really, but when you get them set up for you just right, it's a marvelous thing. But there's a point, though, when you first install it, you've got to tweak it and get it just right. Otherwise, when you're turning your head, it all depends. Some people are real good about just casually turning their head and, looking this way and that way. And others are, like they've had too much caffeine. You got to get it set up right for it to be comfortable for you. And I haven't done that yet. Yeah, I want to do that one over. That one sucked, and it was my fault. But I hate those little landing strips like that. Mr. Stern booked a ferry flight to Cle Elum. Now, Cle Elum's a small town, but I think it might have an airport. It's up in the mountains. It's up on a mountain pass. Man, I could be wrong. I could be really wrong. Oh, that looks dangerous. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Why not? Why not screw up twice in a row? Oh, it's a beautiful day and the birds are chirping. This is crazy. It's wintertime. I don't know about birds chirping. Where in the hell are birds this happy in the wintertime? Are we up at Mount Rainier?
It's Taylor, the maintenance manager. Thanks for taking care of this ferry flight. Today's plane on our to-do list for repatriation to Cle Elum Muni is this newly overhauled 172 Skyhawk. The owner had to get his aircraft repaired over there. Now that it's fixed, he needs someone to fly it back to him. His name's John Stern, and he is waiting at the destination to pick it up.
The AI sometimes cracks me up. Cle Elum. It's Cle Elum. It's the name of the town. I don't like AI. There are things that I watch sometimes when I'm just playing and I don't want to concentrate on watching a movie or TV show, so I want just something to listen to. And it'll be some crime story or some ghost story or something you're listening to. And when they're read by a person, I enjoy them. When they're read by AI, it just bothers the hell out of me. When they mispronounce words and all that kind of stuff. So I missed my time by 10 minutes. Yeah, see that, Andy? Andy figured it out same time I did. I missed it. I want something sparkly. So I can quit yawning and stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the normal. We'll go with the Mountain Dew. Grab one here. I got a new sensor in my arm today, so I don't trust it. It takes a day or two before they settle down. When you first put them in, they're struggling to get an accurate reading. So this isn't accurate. It says my blood sugars are 167, but notice there's a little icon next to it with a magnifying glass and a spot of blood. It's because it's still setting up. I just put it in my arm, and it takes a couple days to calibrate so that it's in a rhythm, and then it lasts for 14 days. So I don't trust it right now. So I don't want to drink anything with sugar in it. So I'm just going to do a regular diet Mountain Dew. And soup de jour, Mountain Dew. Ice cold. Oh man, that's good. All right, that'll work for me. And there we go. Makes me feel all happy and ready to go. So let's get the show on the road, I guess. All right, so we're gonna talk to the request a taxi here.
55 Whiskey Alpha Traffic Cessna, November 755 Tree is taxiing to runway 8.
I am? Well, I will be. Take the brake off. I have to stop and hold my shorts. It's got an applicator. It's got a powerful spring in it and a needle. And the actual component is about the size of a quarter. It used to be the size of a silver dollar, but they're a lot smaller now. I don't know if I can show you or not, because I got a long sleeve shirt on. Let me see if I can get it around the shirt. That's it right there, if you can see it. Right there. It's pretty small, and the applicator that it's in, you put it on your arm where you want it, and then you just push it, and a spring goes off, and it shoots a needle in your arm, and the other side of that sensor is a double sticky tape and it's really sticky. I mean, you put that thing on there and it don't come off for 2 weeks. And the one I took off last night, I had to tear it off. It's still hooked that hard. So they stay pretty good, but then I'm a little paranoid. So I buy these little plastic things, like a clear bandage. You couldn't even see it. It's so clear in that what I just showed you, my arm, that goes around it, and it's like a bandage that goes all around it and holds it in case. Because one of the things that can happen is if you bump it on the side of a door jamb or something, and you could rip it off, or sometimes when you're sleeping, if you roll over, it'll get caught in the covers or something. So I put a cover on it because they're very expensive, those little sensors. And but anyway, there you go.
55 Whiskey Alpha Traffic Cessna, November 755 Tree, taking off runway 8 north departure.
Okay, it says we're taking off. Which way am I going? That way? Probably to the left, I'm guessing. Well, let's find out. I lost my ribbon. The purple goes both ways. Why is that? 08 it says. I wasn't paying attention. Oh shoot. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Well, this way, I guess. I don't know. Let's find out. I'm just going to take off from this end. It looked like the farther end. Maybe that's why the ribbons didn't show up, because I was already on it. So let's take the parking brake off and take off. I'll put a flap down just in case. We're gonna do. All right, 55, and there we go. Put the flap back up. Initial climb 2,200 feet. Then I'm going backwards, I think. I don't know. We'll find out here in a minute. The ones I have are the 3rd generation. All right, it wants me to go all the way to 3,200 feet. But here's the thing: a lot of people, you know, when I tell them how it goes on, and that it's by needle, the needle does not stay in your arm. The needle stays on the applicator. What it does is there's a filament, and I don't know what it's made out of. There's a filament that's hooked to the needle, and when the needle injects into your arm, the filament goes with it, and then the needle pops back out, but the filament stays in your arm. That filament is what's under your skin collecting whatever it collects. It isn't blood, but that filament's in your arm, and it collects the moisture from inside your body. Whatever. I'm not a doctor, and I don't even play one on YouTube. But anyway, that filament it soaks up moisture inside your body under your skin. It isn't blood. Sometimes the needle will strike something that causes it to bleed, and I've lost a sensor a couple times that way, but it doesn't happen. It's very rare that you actually hit anything that causes it to bleed. I'm trying to think. There's a word for the stuff that it collects from, and I just can't think of it. And anyway, so it's not actually testing blood. And in actuality, it's fairly accurate, but it's not like you're pricking your fingers accurate. When you prick your fingers, you're actually testing your blood, and it can be a different amount, but that's not what this thing's for. Basically, it's for you to control yourself. So if you prick your finger once a day, you're only going to know what your blood is once a day at that very instant. With this, at any second, it changes. It's constantly changing. So if I ate lunch today and my blood sugars were, say, 120, and I eat lunch, depending on what I eat and how much I eat, my blood sugars are going to go up. That's normal. Even somebody with diabetes, that's what happens. When you eat something, your blood sugars go up. The only difference is if your pancreas is working correctly, it brings it right back down. It brings your blood level back down to normal. With a diabetic, that doesn't happen. Some diabetics have to have insulin to make that happen. I don't, by the way. I can control it by just how much I eat and what I eat and how often I eat. But the thing about this is it's showing you what your blood sugars are doing. Are they staying constant? Are they going up? Are they going down? Okay. If they go up, how long do they stay up? Because that's where the damage happens. If I ate a candy bar and my blood sugars went up from 120 to 200, that's normal. What's not normal is with a diabetic is it doesn't come back down because you're not using your insulin to bring it down. You have to take insulin to do that. Well, some diabetics. I don't. My pancreas is still, with a type 2 diabetic, your body still makes insulin. It's just that it doesn't use it well, if at all. In my case, I'm still using some of the insulin. Sometimes it works good and sometimes it doesn't. But what the good thing about this sensor is that if I eat a candy bar and it shoots up to 200, if it starts to come right back down, I know I'm okay. My system is working with either the medication or me using my own insulin. Whatever the case is, it's working like it's intended. If it goes up and it's not coming down, and I check this thing and it's not coming down, then I need to do something. And about the only thing I can do is like exercise or some way to use that sugar up and get it out of my system. So that's how you control, your blood sugars if you're not on insulin, is by what you eat and knowing what you need to do. Like I said, if I eat something with sugar in a piece of cake or something and it goes up, it's supposed to go up. It's going to go up, even on a normal person. But if it doesn't come back down, that's when I need to do something. If it does come back down, I don't have to do anything. I can be just like anybody else and enjoy a piece of cake. But the way you feel affects it too. Like if I get sick, oh God. If I get a cold or the flu or get sick of any kind of sick, your blood sugars are up, they're down, they're all over the place. And they're so hard to control, which is kind of weird. When a diabetic gets sick, they're really sick. Diabetics are always sick, if you look at it that way. But when you get sick and you're diabetic, you're double sick. Yeah, I control mine by what I eat. If I watch this, I know where I'm at. If my blood sugars on this were down in the 60s or 70s, I might have had a regular Mountain Dew, not a sugar-free one. It depends on what I'm going to do this afternoon. If I'm physically active, then I would drink a regular one and then just watch it. If my blood sugars are 130 like they are right now, I don't dare take anything because, there's no point in it. So you're the one that controls it. If you have any kind of control over yourself, you can take care of your diabetes and be fine. It's not pleasant, it's not fun, but you get used to it. See, for me, it's not just diet. It's diet, it's exercise. I don't like exercise, so mostly it's diet for me. But it's not just eating. It's what you eat. that makes a difference. If my blood sugars are low, I can eat pasta like everybody else. If my blood sugars are high, I need something else, because both rice and pasta turn into simple sugar when it's cooked. And so it'd be like me eating a bowl of sugar. If I eat pasta or rice when my blood sugars are high, it would be not good. If my blood sugars are high and there's cake for dessert, I probably won't have any. If my blood sugars are low and there's cake for dessert, I might have a little slice. So it depends. It depends on, where you're at and what you eat. It also depends how much you eat. I tend not to eat very much anymore. Somebody else might have a steak, regular sized steak. I have just a little piece of it. Somebody might have a big baked potato. I'll probably have a little bitty one, or a half a one. Carol and I might share. If it's a big baker, we might share a baked potato. Pretty country up here. It looks like they still have snow. So that is one thing about the graphics in this game now. It's just amazing. I can't tell you how many times I've been playing this and not have all that stuff in the UI, those little brackets and the all the open windows and stuff where it's just nothing. And they'll come in and say, "What are you watching? Where's this guy flying?" They think it's a real plane. It's that good looking. And the live stream doesn't do it justice. I'm playing in 4K on a 32-inch curved screen, and it looks good. Oh, Scorp's here. I'm flying to Cle Elum, or whatever the AI said it was. Cle Elum. I got to figure out what happened to the brakes on that last one. I didn't think I was going that fast. I was a little fast, I'll admit. So I probably should have done a go around. When I went into that turn, I didn't realize I was that close to the strip. Look, Ma, no hands. My phone's telling me that there's rain possible in the next couple hours. It's been raining for 3-4 weeks, solid. Nice going weather guy. I want to get someplace warm before I land this plane. I'm not landing down in that crap. Hey, look, there's a little house down there. Little house in the prairie. That looks like a pretty good size house. Nice barn over there, a couple of outbuildings here. Another little house over here. Little houses everywhere. It's a little community. Oh, look. The guy's got a racetrack around this farm. A white knuckle ride. Every ride with me is a white knuckle ride. I tell you what. You know what? Now that I've got all my computers running here again, I got a 4 or 5 bricks behind me. I got 3 computers that all pooped out on me behind me, and I don't know what the hell to do with them. When I talked to the repair guy, he tested everything, and he said I wouldn't trust any of it except for a couple of the little drives. The little M2 drives were still good. But he said the rest of it, he said I wouldn't trust it. Oh, he said the fan was working pretty good too. But the rest of it didn't test right. I don't know what the hell happened to it. I do know that when I started pulling things out, there was oil, what felt like oil, within the components. When I took the little M2 out, it had oil on it. I don't know. I just don't know. I think there used to be a Goodwill in town that the state of Oregon would pick up old electronic components, and even if they were broke. I mean, if you go to the Goodwill and you take in something like that and you say, does it work? You say, no, it doesn't work, it's shot. Well, what the hell are we going to do with it then? So they won't take it. But the state was paying them for a little storage where if people brought stuff in, like an old computer or monitor that was no good anymore, they could leave it and the state would come and pick it up and dispose of it. There's still components in there. There's like silver, copper, you know, there's still components you can get out of things like that. But for the normal person, there's not anything that, you know, it's going to be of any value really. You know, but for somebody that's dealing in thousands of pounds of old equipment like that, they're gonna be able to get those resources out of them. So they'll take them. Hey, Wayne's here. Happy New Year, buddy. How you doing? Come fly with me. Come fly. Let's fly away. And I know I can't sing. I wish I could. But it wouldn't matter. Even if I could, I can't remember the words. I have to make them up as I go. I used to bother Carol all the time. She didn't like some of the words I made up for songs. Rudy, we got kids in the car. I'm just singing. And now, when you walk in their room and they're listening to some of this rap, and she was worried about some of the stuff I was singing, you should hear these rappers. It's just effing this and effing that, and God, just filthy stuff. Shooting people, killing people, dragging them behind your car. I don't know how they call that music. And they say it's culture. Not any culture I want to be a part of. Yeah, but I'm old-fashioned, I guess. It's okay. Because I'm old. I can be old-fashioned. Wayne's coming home for the new year. How long you off for, Wayne? A week? The end of the flying part in this game's easy. It's the landing that's hard. The takeoffs are easy. It's the landings that are hard. Oh, and I got to figure out, before I get into the charter business, the whole point of this is to get all your licenses so that you can get your own business going and buy your own plane. But that's when it gets interesting. if you buy a plane for a couple $1 million and you crash it, you just lost a couple $1 million. So it's risky. And the other thing is, if you're doing these stupid missions, the computer, and I don't know if they fixed this. I keep waiting to see if a patch is going to fix it. They don't take it into consideration what the mission is. Like, let's say the mission is to fly 20 miles. Okay, how much fuel does that take? Probably not very much. The next mission is to fly 120 miles. Okay, how much fuel does that take? Not enough, because the game only gives you a certain amount of fuel and doesn't consider the mission. Every mission gets the same amount of fuel, and half the time you don't get enough fuel to make the mission. So people have created a cheat that they put on a button. So they put a button and it fills their tank up. So I gotta get that cheat. It's just a key binding. It's in the game. It's in the game to refuel and repair your plane. Whoa, repairs. That's another thing. When you get into the charter business, every time you hit a hard landing, it injures your landing gear. Every time you do something stupid, every time you fly the plane, you're wearing it out. And so it has to be repaired all the time, which costs money. So there's another cheat that is fuel and repair. So you can either just fuel the tank when you need the extra gas, or you can fuel and repair. I don't know how the repair works. I haven't seen that yet. Seven days off. 6 days on the road, and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Oh, it's a freezing 79 degrees in Texas. Oh, it drops all the way to 49. Well, at least you can sleep at night then. I'd get tired of having air conditioning blowing on me all night long to be able to sleep. Wayne says it's in the 80s in South Texas. South of the border there. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. As soon as I get a couple more programs, I put handbrake on this morning, so I got handbrake back for editing and stuff. I need to put, not Spotify. Oh, hell. What's that sound program that everybody uses? I need to put that in. I don't have that. I can't think of the name of it. It's not Spotify. And then, but I need to get my video editor back. And if I'm going to have to buy it, I might look for another free one. I don't need real powerful editing. I'm not making a movie. All I'm doing is rendering a video. I used to just do it with the free one that came with Windows. But if I can find something that renders the video and lets you edit it, and then Handbrake compresses it, I'll be fine. If I need to work on the sound, I can use that other program that I can't remember what the name of it is. Talk to the tower here.
Sierra 9er Tree traffic Cessna November 755 Tree 6 miles southeast 4200. report inbound to land runway 7.
Runway 7. I want to see runway 6, 1 through 6. I might want to land on runway 1. All right, it looks like I'm coming in the wrong way again, so I got to go around. Let's go off into this valley here, and we'll turn around and come back. I'm gonna go further into the valley this time because I want to be slow and easy when I come in. Oh, cool. Man, I'd do it. I'd do it. I've already got 5 or 6 copies of it. I got one for PlayStation, one for Xbox, and 2 for the PC. Because I like to play with myself on the PC. I'll put one over here and one over here, and we'll go cowboy riding together with myself. Actually, I have the second one just in case Addie wants to play once in a while. She still plays once in a while. She's the only one that does. Jagan hasn't got a attention span longer than 2 minutes, so he gets frustrated with me. Addie's not that much better, but at least she has a little bit more patience. $29.99. Can you believe it? That a game that old still costs $30? Probably on sale. Wait. I reserve the right to answer that question at a later date, Wayne, because it's a little program that I don't even know if I have anymore. It's still set up on my PC, but it's a little program this guy wrote, and what it does is it puts a lobby on your private PC. So you're logging into the game to play, but it puts you in a lobby on your own PC. I don't know how it works, but instead of going into an open lobby on the game, you're going into a private lobby on your computer, and if somebody wants to play with you, they link into that. And so what you make yourself a lobby, and you call it Rootman53, and you put a password on it. And then if somebody comes and says, I want to play in your lobby, okay, it's Rootman53, and you give them the information there. They have to put the program on their computer as well. And then you just type in Rootman53 and the password, and Bob's your uncle. I'll find it. I'm pretty sure it's still out there. But it works really good. I've been using it for a couple of years. Never had any trouble. Been no trouble with it. All right, let's get this bird turned around. Not that way. 500, my patootie. All right, we're gonna make a hard turn here. Okay, not too hard. Not too hard. Now I should have plenty of time to slow down. I'm already slower than I was coming in the last time. Well, now it's going up. Let me pull back a little bit. Now my mistake was not flying over the airstrip as I was coming in, because I have no idea what I'm looking for. Is it a tarmac? Is it grass? Is it dirt? I don't know. But to answer your first question, it's not hard. You just find this little program and you run it and set it up. It's not too terribly difficult to set it up. And then you just log in normal into the game like you would anyway. All right, there's the airstrip. Hey, it's the tarmac. All right, we love it. Let's pull back on the throttle here. I'm gonna put a flap down, see if it'll slow me down a little bit. Tower wants to talk to me.
Sierra 9er Tree Traffic Cessna, November 755 Tree is on final runway 7 to land.
By golly, it does say 7. Oh shit, I bounced again. Damn it. Come on, brakes. Come on, brakes. Oh shoot, it's shorter than I thought. Ah! Stop! What's wrong with these brakes? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to look into that. Did they nerf the brakes or something? Alright, we're here. How bad did I get?
Sierra 9er Tree Traffic Cessna, November 755 Tree is taxiing to parking.
We're taxiing to parking. Well, at least I didn't get dinged on that one. Yet. I haven't been dinged yet. We'll see. I had a bounce on the landing. That's not good. I ended up leaving the runway for a little bit. Yeah, bad me, Andy. I think I might know. Let me see. I want to look at something. Let me put the parking brake on and look at the throttle. All right. I think that's my problem. Okay. My throttle, I have full range on. From full power to idle. The fuel mixture, that's full fuel right there. But I don't, that's supposed to be closed now. No fuel at all. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I don't know if that's the issue or not. Now I'm screwed. now I'm in trouble. Is that going to mess me up? I hope that doesn't mess me up. All right, I need to work on that lever and see if I can get it. That might not be the problem, because I don't want to cut the fuel off when I'm coming in. I just want the fuel mixture to be a lot leaner. Look, it says I'm low fuel on the monitor. They don't give you enough fuel. And this was a short trip. Need an anchor or something. Yeah, no kidding. I need to look into that, because it doesn't seem like the brakes work all that good. Even when I'm going really slow and I'm coming to that, stop and hold short thing, I'm holding the brakes the whole time and I'm still not stopping. A lot of times when I get to that point, it's like, is it going to stop? I wonder if there's a setting in there. You know how you can change the curve on things. I mean, when you're looking from the outside, and I slow the brakes on, watch, I'm going to lay some rubber. Now that's weird. I mean, it looks like they work okay, but it sure seems like they don't. And I need to find out if you push the brake and hold it, or if you're supposed to pump it. You know, like in Farm Sim, it seems like if you pump the brake, it stops better than if you just hold it. I don't know. Scorpion, what do you think? On Farm Sim, is that the way it works? Flintstone feet. Oh my God, wouldn't that be painful? You'd have thick pads on your feet. Big parachute out the back. The Vision planes have a built-in parachute. Oh, what are you doing back here? Move it. I'm gonna have to fly through this woman. Is it a woman? Or no, it's just an ugly man. All right.
I'm sure the trip had its challenges, but I hope my plane didn't take too much of a beating. Thanks for your hard work.
Not too much, just the landing was a little rough. Let's see. Mission success. Congratulations. Ferry mission. Well, I got an 89. The landing was terrible, but the rest of it was okay. Oh, wow, I got 100% on everything else. I got an A rating. Look at that. With a landing that bad, I still got an A rating. Oh, my God. Gotta love it. This game knows I suck, and it's giving me a little bit of love. 1,700 credits. Did I finally make 1,500? I can't remember what I needed. Brakes on the farm sim, I just run into stuff to stop. Yeah, I've done that. Reputation. Oh, look at that. I finally busted B. Getting closer to A. I can live with B. I don't have to be the top of the class. As long as I'm not the bottom. Oh, I leveled up. 28. I see that the more you level up, the slower it takes. I've been 27 for quite some time. How much money did I make? I didn't even look. Oh my God, I'm only $100 off. I'm only $60 off what I need. One more mission and I can take the next test, which is what? A multi-engine rating. Oh God, what plane are they going to put me in? I need to find out what plane they're putting you in for that and fly it, because I need to set up my controls for that plane, whatever it is. A multi-engine. I'm guessing it's probably going to be like, I don't know, a King Air or something like that. I'm going to put this pop in my ear. That's weird. Look at the camera. It zoomed in on me when I took a drink. Why did it do that? It's all automatic. I don't do it. Camera's got a mind of its own. Oh boy. I don't have enough time for another mission. I only got about 5 minutes left, so I think I'm just gonna maybe stop it right here. What do you think? If you tap it at slow speed, it works a little better. Okay, Juan, that's what I need to know. Thank you. I'm sorry I didn't see you come in, but that's what I needed to know. If you tap it a little bit, I've just been holding it and almost breaking my finger, bending my finger in two. trying to get it to stop. But I'll try the tapping there and see how that works. I know when I was a semi-truck driver, you never held your brakes. You didn't hold your brakes. If you hold your brakes, they get hot and they burn out. So when you're going up a hill, you don't have a problem. When you're going down a hill, you got a problem. And especially if you got a heavy load. And you always tap the brakes and use your gears just to maintain, your control when you're coming down a hill. I always would gear down before I started down a hill. I'm in no damn hurry to get down to the bottom. I might be in a hurry to get to the top, but I'm not in a hurry to get to the bottom. So I would gear down a little bit and get the jake brake on. And the jake brake, for those of you who don't know, is an engine brake. So, and then you tap the brakes. Tap the brakes, slow it down. If it starts getting a little faster, you tap them again. But nope, you don't hold them. That's for sure, because they would heat up. They would burn up. They would heat up, and that's not good. You'd lose the brakes when you actually needed them. So maybe that's what I should do with this one too. Might be the same kind of an issue. A little taparino. A little tap'll-do. A little dabble-do. What was that? Brill cream. There's a company made a product called Brill. They call it product now. You get a bunch of product for your hair. But back in the day, it was Brill cream. You'd get some of that. And a little dabble-do you. And you'd look at these guys, and it was like they had pig grease in their hair, It's like they could walk out in a tornado and crap in the wind would be bouncing off their hair because it would be rock hard, with this Brill cream, all this oil and grease, and amazing. That's what I always thought it was, like pig lard. They called it product now. Whatever. All right, everybody, I'm gonna end it here. It's farming tomorrow. I still got some work to do on my computer. If I get enough done on this new computer, I'm gonna start looking at remaking, or not remaking, but continuing on with Fallout 4 London. I want to get back. I got to figure out what I was doing. I can't remember. I know one of the last things I did was I met that butler outside of that one place. I met a butler. And he's another companion guy. And I didn't do anything with him. I want to find out what his story is. But we'll see what we can come up with. In the meantime, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.